Hello, happy cooking. This is TANTI, your chef from the longevity cooking class. Today I'm going to show you how to make a cake from scratch. Just kidding, scratch the top of the box. You can actually make it from scratch. But for this presentation that I'm going to show you today, I want to make sure that you find things that are easy to make, easy to use, and they're still somewhat healthy for you. So we're going to use some organic flour over here. And then instead of oil, we're going to use fruit. You can use zucchini, you can use onions, garlic, bananas, pears, whatever you want. So this is what we'll do. So we're going to cut this pear into really, really small using this Saladmaster machine. By the way, if you haven't got your Saladmaster machine yet, you can call us at Happy Cooking at 714-388-0240, or you can actually visit us on our website at www.happycookingco.com. You can actually register for a newsletter that we send whenever we have something to share with you. So something we want to share with you is my friends, the Dieters, gave me this beautiful organic oranges. Isn't it beautiful that you can actually still see the leaf in there instead of being made in a lab? Okay, well, we're going to use the rind of the orange. So the closest to the pith, the more nutrition you will find in these oranges. Lots of vitamin C in oranges. Organic oranges are really great for you. So, okay, then what we will do is we'll take the orange and then we'll cut it into quarters. This is the Saladmaster salad cake sometimes, but this is my Saladmaster fruit cake because we're making it in the Saladmaster machine. Okay? If you wanted to make it vegan, all you have to do is replace 1 teaspoon of baking powder for each egg that you would use. So if the recipe has 3 eggs, so then that means that you would need to add an extra 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay? Alright, and then what we do is we're going to take 3 eggs. I like to use 2 bowls. The only reason why, okay, let's move this out of the way. By the way, once again, if you want to get the Saladmaster machine, oh, look at this, it's got 2 parts. Well, we'll just move it. That's tick, tick, tick. We got to get going with this cake over here. So let's put it on this side. And then what I wanted to show you is that we have 2 bowls over here. Every once in a while you get an egg in there that it's not very optimal, so it's better to crack 1 each over here. Okay, so this one's good. Next, or sometimes you get shells in there. I mean, shells are really good for calcium, but the thing is, I'd rather not get it from there. 1 more. Oh, perfect. 3 perfect eggs. Wow, that's excellent. Then you grab a little fork over here and just mix it like so. This cake is going to taste so delicious and it's so nutritious for you. We're going to add a little bit of cinnamon. I like to put cinnamon pretty much on everything. Why do I like the cinnamon? Because it's actually anti-inflammatory, so it's basically it helps you keep your body in shape. So if you have any pain anywhere, you can use cinnamon and honey and it will actually get rid of the pain. Like pretty much, I've tested this myself and it takes about 15-20 minutes to get rid of the pain. So it's very good to keep you somewhat, I guess, away from all the acids that we're exposed, including this cake. But like I say, this is one of those 911 cakes. So it's an emergency cake. So if you're doing a celebration, this is the perfect cake to make. Okay. And oranges are around, so it's really nice rather than getting those cakes sometimes from commercial lies type of cakes. Who knows? I've seen cakes that the writing on the cake, people look like from outer space. They got blue tongues and blue everything. Oh my goodness. And I'm like, oh, how can you eat that? Full of chemicals. Isn't it great that you can actually still see this instead of being made in house indoors? Okay, so here's the cake. So cut the oranges really thin. And then we're gonna line the bottom of the pan. The pan that we're using here today is a 316 Saladmaster, surgical stainless steel, non-porous, so there's no chemical reaction with your foods. Okay, because most pans, you know, any acidic and alkaline contact will have some sort of detrimental effect to our food. And the other thing is that you should never cook your foods above 200 degrees Fahrenheit, because anytime that you cook them over 200 degrees, what happens is your body reacts to it as if it's a toxin. So you want to make sure that you keep it at low heat, under 200 degrees, definitely. Okay, so now we're going to use some maple syrup. You can use brown sugar if you want. This is kind of like an upside down pineapple cake that you would do, but I like to do it on the top of the stove. Maple syrup is about 22% manganese and also is really high in zinc. So if I'm going to use any sugar, even though still considered high sugar, it doesn't really matter to me. As long as it's natural sugar, I will live with it. It is something that I eat occasionally, so if I feel like it, once a year, twice a year, if I wanted to, this is what I would make. So we have the pear, we have the eggs, and we have the organic flour over here that it's already, it comes in a cake mix. So now what you do is you put it on the top of the stove, actually add a little bit more cinnamon on the top of the oranges with the maple syrup. And then take the cake mix. So I'll bring it over here so you can see. And we're going to put it on the top. You see how nicely it's mixed without having to use any oil at all. This can only be achieved in this type of cookware, Saladmaster, because it cooks in low heat temperature. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to do this. See, the problem with a lot of other pots and pans is that there's only heat at the bottom. Each of these pots is like a mini oven, so you can bake casseroles on the top of the stove. Absolutely beautiful. So now what you do is you turn it to medium, like a medium low, and then after 10 minutes you turn it down to low and cook it for another 10 minutes. So it's all 20 minutes altogether. Now this is what the cake looks like. See, in the world of television, everything has to be pre-made in advance. So here's the cake. You would take the cake now, and you would actually take a knife, go around like this. First of all, they go on the center, comes out clean, is ready to go. Always let it cool off before you actually flip it, so in that way you still get the beautiful oranges at the bottom. Get an orange plate, and then just grab it from the handles. That's why I like to have the handles off, only possible in Saladmaster. And then take it down. Okay. Ooh, voila. Look at this. Beautiful cake. Organic oranges from the Dieters for my dear friends at Happy Cooking. I'll invite you to the next longevity cooking class and come and learn how you can too live longer, healthier, wealthier lives. Until then, this is Tanti telling you, have a happy, healthy, and wealthy day.